Alright, today we are going to be reading the book, I Am Spider-Man. This book was adapted by Acton Figueroa, based on the screenplay by David Coep, illustrations by Ron Lim, coloring by Emily Y. Canals. Now onto the book. Maybe you've heard of me. Maybe you've seen me. I am Spider-Man. I wasn't always a superhero. I used to be a regular guy, just like everyone else. Well, not exactly like everyone else. I was sort of a geek. Okay, so it looks like we're starting off with the origin story here. We got Peter Parker in high school. I really liked school, but it wasn't always easy for me. I didn't always fit in. Some of the kids didn't like me. This is pretty similar to that shot where he was tripped in the movie on the bus. But it's a little different. It looks like he's facing the opposite way. Because you see right here, this looks like the back of the bus rather than the front. Because it looks like there's seating. Everything changed when we went on a field trip to learn about spiders. Man-made spiders. Super spiders. I used to be skinny. I used to have to wear glasses. Not anymore. Not since that spider bit me. That spider gave him that LASIK surgery. Now I am fast. Now I am strong. This is actually a pretty accurate shot here of when he was running down the stairs. And Uncle Ben and Aunt May's reaction to it is just perfect. Because, could you imagine, he just goes to bed. He's like, I'm not feeling well. I gotta go to sleep. And then he just wakes up the next day and he's just running off the wall. He just does something that's almost humanly impossible. Oh man, you gotta love these movies. Okay, here we go. This is the fight with Flash. I don't like to fight, but sometimes I have no choice. Oh, it looks like right here, it's a bit subtle, but it looks like he's dodging the punch, like he was in the movie. The kids at school were amazed at my new strength. That is different from the movie because Peter straight up punched Flash across the school, basically. And here it looks like he just knocked him into the lockers. Like the spider that bit me, I have an extra sense. My spider sense warns me when someone needs my help. So that is Peter catching MJ from slipping on the ground. After the spider bit me, I began to make webbing. At first, I couldn't control it, so I practiced. Now I can take aim and shoot my webbing wherever I want it to go. I swore to use my powers to help the people of this city, but I had to protect myself. If the bad guys knew who I was, my family would be in danger. And so, I became Spider-Man. Are we just gonna skip over Uncle Ben's death? Now look, like I've said before, I know that these are supposed to be children's books. But, we could at least mention, the whole, with great power comes great responsibility. It's one of the most iconic Spider-Man lines out there. Literally at the end of the movie, he says, I will never forget these words, with great power comes great responsibility. Like a spider, I can climb walls. My fingers can stick to anything. I can swing through the city on a strand of webbing. I can flip, dip, and whirl. I am strong enough to fight 4 bad guys at once. You know what that line reminds me of? That scene in Batman Begins where Batman says to Ra's al Ghul, I can't beat 2 of your pawns. And he's like, as you wish. He sends in a couple more guys for him to fight. I can go places no one else can. So this does look pretty similar to when Peter was at this same building, grieving after the loss of Uncle Ben. After that robber, tripped and fell, Peter fled to this building over here, except he was wearing the human spider suit. Okay, here we go, Green Goblin. As Spider-Man, I am always on the lookout for evil. Sometimes it comes looking for me. I'll always be Peter Parker, but when people are in danger, I am Spider-Man. Alright, well, that was the book, I Am Spider-Man. Let me know what you thought about the book. I thought it was a pretty good adaptation. I know they have to shorten these things down, and they have to leave out some of the more violent parts, like Uncle Ben's death, but they probably could have, kept in the whole with great power comes great responsibility line. I feel like that's a pretty significant part of the movie. I also really like the illustrations in this book. I mean, they got the outfits down, like, super detailed, as well as, like, some of the scenery and everything. So yeah, I thought it was a pretty good book, for the most part. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe and leave a like. And with that being said, I'll see you next upload.